Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals and welcome to another Heart of the Swarm beta cast. Today, games from the TLO Razor Replay Pack of the Week, and it is of course, therefore, going to include the Red Zerg himself, Liquid's TLO. He's up against a quality Terran player. It is going to be GoOdy. Dun dun dun. Daybreak is the map, and it is I like this map. It is a nice map. It's my favorite map. It's just balanced and fun and great, and I can't think of any more exciting adjectives to use to describe it, so I'm going to stop my analogy now. What I'm going to start though is telling you what I expect to see. TLO, 15 hatch, 16 pull. GoOdy, 1. Well, actually, GoOdy's a tougher one to predict, to be fair. And the reason I say that is ultimately, GoOdy could go for a 1-racked command center. He could also get up quite a quick gas and go for something funky. Maybe he'll get a Reaper out. It's not that great versus Zerg or on this map, but you never know. He could also go for Hellbat drops, because everybody now who has access to that thing called Twitter or ever looks at StarCraft Reddit or pretty much has any idea what StarCraft Heart of the Swarm is going like at the moment will know that Hellbat drops are relatively good against Zerg. Like, they're okay, they're not great, but yeah, I guess they can make it work, and GoOdy can probably identify the potential for damage he can do and may give it a shot. But for the moment we see no gas, so it's much more likely to be a 1-racked command center. Meanwhile, TLO, he's doing everything I'd expect. He's getting that hatchery down. He should start his spawning pool very shortly, as soon as he hits that 200 minerals, to be honest. And what he's going to do is he's coming in with that Overlord. He needs to get a scout out. He needs to see what is coming, what have I got to deal with, how can I prepare for it. And the way you actually do prepare for Hellbat drops is you get roaches out, and that's why you'll see a lot of Zerg players now get that roach warren down at about the 6-minute 30 mark, really quite early on. It's in a direct response to that threat, and also it's in a direct response to the fact that actually many Terran players are going mech. It's pretty much the standard you see against Zerg at the moment is a mech style play, because with the Hellbats, with the Thors, with the tanks, it's really quite solid. The only other variation you tend to see is if you're going to go for a very harassment heavy style Terran play, such as Hellbat drops, because of course the medevacs heal up the Hellbats as well, and it's just all very, very nice. So this Overlord is going to take some damage. It will get away though, but sees that actually, Mr. TLO, I'm looking okay. I know that you got your barracks down. I know your Marine is trying to shoot my Overlord away, so you've probably taken your command center. I'm not too worried. Meanwhile, the SCV scout did come in for GoOdy. Sees the TLO is doing nothing exciting at all, because Zergs can't really do much exciting early game against Terran. It is a big shame. The double gas are now on their way. This is really getting to look a bit more standard. The barracks floating over as well. To come and pick off this Overlord, this is a nice little trick, because once this Overlord is gone, even though it's desperately trying to escape, GoOdy will get it. There's no way this Overlord will be able to get out of here now, and getting that will actually block TLO for a while with a supply block. That'll be irritating, and what GoOdy's doing behind this is really exciting. He's actually playing so economically. He supply blocked TLO and is now getting his 3rd command center up. He's denied his production from that barracks for a long time, and as such, you can't really get much more economical than that. So what does TLO do in this situation? He needs to be aware of what his opponent's doing. He needs to make sure that he actually gets a scout off, which he did with the 2nd Overlord, sees the 3rd command center, or at least can assume it's a 3rd command center, and as such, he's probably fairly happy about how things are going, but still, he may not actually be that confident, because he's getting a spine crawler down the front. His double gas is now up, the factory on its way out for GoOdy, and with that reactor, it opens up the option for Hellions or Widow Mines. Those are the 2 big things. TLO now at really a super early roach war, and he is definitely concerned about this. This is before the 6-minute mark. He's getting that down. That is insanely quick. And as such, he could go for some pressure. He could go to be a little bit aggressive, but likewise, he could just be getting that to make sure that he's safe from any drop play or poking and prodding that GoOdy could throw at him. So what GoOdy's doing now is just getting the engineering bay block. This is exactly what you want to be doing if you are going for this greedy 3rd, because the Zerg has 2 effective responses against the greedy 3rd base. And that is to expand themselves to try and stay a base up, which is arguably something they need to do anyway, even if there's just a natural down, or they've got to go for a 2 base all in. But getting this engineering bay denies one of those options quite heavily. But as we see, TLO, he's going for an 8 roach push. That is a very aggressive playstyle. The Banshee coming out, the Hellions coming out, and these roaches, there's a sizable force of them. And what it comes down to is if GoOdy holds this, he should be okay, as long as he doesn't take too much economical damage. We can see that already he's only 2 workers behind TLO. He has got so much economy, he has got such a high potential to move forward. He's going to be producing 3 SCVs now. He's got 3 mules. His income is going to be super high. The problem for TLO though is if this push doesn't do much damage, he's just sitting there on 2 bases compared to the 2 base and 3 orbital command out of GoOdy. That is an economical disadvantage. His tech isn't looking too great either. He's only got roaches down, his lair's only just finishing up. But the first Banshee about to pop out here for GoOdy. We see the second bunker already coming down. The watchtower was held by that brave little SCV. That gives GoOdy all the information he needs, but trying to get its way through a single marauder in the bunker. The SCV's prematurely getting pulled, or not even prematurely, but just in anticipation getting pulled in order to deal with these roaches, and therefore TLO is going to do a grand total of nothing. And doing nothing in this situation is possibly the worst thing that could have happened for him. No workers killed. TLO's 8 roaches are now just sitting there, wasted supply, that aren't achieving anything for him. Behind this though, we've got the infestation pick coming down. The Overseer has got a scout off, sees that the Banshee's coming, and look at this! Oh my goodness, a Nidus network! This is so cool! I love Nidus because they're just awesome. You don't see them enough. Swarm host as well. I've seen this build from TLO before. What he does is he chooses, or basically just applies a build where he gets swarm hosts, he builds a Nidus in his opponent's base, and then just chucks out the swarm hosts and burrows them, and then is just like, come at me bro, because you've got locusts in your base, and I'm going to destroy you. Now this Banshee is already paying for itself magnificently. Enduring Locust coming down though for TLO. This Banshee killed 3 roaches, pushed back, broken the contain, and here comes down the Nidus. Oh, it's not even going to go in the base, it's just going to go outside, so suddenly you're going to have swarm hosts right next to you. The roaches loading in, the queens loading in. Where are those swarm hosts? They're going in as well now. Enduring Locust nearly done. There is no way, there's absolutely no knowledge at all here for GoOdy that this is coming down. All he sees is, everything's okay. Then sees a queen. That should be a bit of a giveaway, seeing a queen there. And straight away, he pulls everything out. It's just like, oh dear. That is a bit of a problem. I shouldn't be seeing queens quite yet, but already the locusts are coming. And everything a locust kills is a free unit, and free units are infinitely cost effective, and therefore TLO is in a great spot right now. And what GoOdy has got to do is find a way to break this, because to be honest, he can only hold on for so long, especially as the swarm host numbers keep increasing. More are ready to come out, more already start going across. Locusts just streaming across the bunkers, taking damage. You can see just how effective these locusts are, and they already take out one of the bunkers. This is becoming a serious problem for GoOdy, seriously quickly. The tank's sieging up on the high ground. You can see the swarm host just out of range. Even though the scan goes off and says, yep, there are definitely swarm hosts there, there's nothing GoOdy can do about it for the moment. He's going to need to try and engage as the queen, provide protection against the Banshee. The second bunker does now fall, and this is just such a horrible spot for GoOdy to be in. The tank taking some damage as well. The SCVs getting shelled by their own units. The tank does fall, and as we can see, TLO is getting more and more cost effective the longer this game goes on. The queens pushing forward, do get a transfuse off, do manage to snipe the Banshee. The roaches even coming into this engagement as well. The transfuse is going down on the roaches, just trying to do as much damage as possible. TLO managing to kill a good number of workers already, 5 dead, but this is still going on. The sieging swarm hosts are pushing across. GoOdy forced to lift up his orbital command. He is going to go for it, and GoOdy knows now there is nothing he can do. So this strategy from TLO was just so strong. And just to recap quickly what he did for anyone just joining us, all he did was he took a Nidus network, he tried to go for some 8 roach pressure, which did nothing, then just took a Nidus behind it, got swarm hosts, and just basically put them straight outside his opponent's natural, and won with that. So, I hope you all enjoyed that. It was a bit of a cool, unique strategy out of TLO there. If you did enjoy, make sure that you like the video, leave a cool comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see each and every one of you tomorrow for yet another new cast. Thank you for watching, and bye for